Good to see those smiling faces there, those that are here. Week 2 for 50/20 leadership in educational technology. Clint Stevens, glad to be leading the charge today. Glad to have Brandon and Tony here. Carol and Matthew are busy with, they're out and about doing some stuff around the state. So they are excused today, but let me share my screen and we will get going. Any questions from week 1? I know we tried to bite off a lot and might have a lot of maybe outstanding questions or anything. I can't get to my presentation, but any questions from the week? That's good.
No questions. I was really impressed with my learners. The work and effort that you've contributed is great to this point. So I think you're catching on very well and very appreciative of your work and effort.
I haven't had a chance to read the papers yet. I did get the discussion graded. And I don't know if I'm the only one to notice. Maybe it was just because I was in there today, but they've switched up the discussion. There's been an update in Canvas and the discussion pages. It's much different. So I'll be curious to see how you all feel about the changes. I'll reserve my opinion for another venue. So let's start off with a quote. Whoops. There we go. Leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. I can't agree with that more. We've got to be lifelong learners, right, Tony?
And as one of the longest lives, absolutely. As one of the longest lives here, yes, absolutely.
I threw it to you because of SUU's motto, not because of your age. I promise. So let's start off. There's and I'll throw this link in the chat here. How would you define the connected educator? If you're follow along in the slides, the link is live there. I'll also throw the link into the chat. I've just got a little Nearpod collaborate board for you, and just take a minute. If you want to respond with text, cool. If you want to put in a GIF or a photo or whatever, just kind of share quickly what comes to mind when you hear the term connected educator. And I'll switch my screen here shortly and we'll show you what we got. Jeremy, I'm not filtering the results or anything, so be careful. Yeah, the chat's cool too. So global environment for learning, I like that. Thinking more globally and not just the four walls of your classroom. What else? And if you want to open up your mic and share it too, that's fine. I like that. Engage with students inside and outside of the classroom. Amy, expand on that. What do you mean? What are you thinking?
Yeah. So can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So I just think it's important to build a relationship with the students. So support them in the extracurriculars, or at least be present in the extracurricular activities so that they know that you care about them outside of the classroom. Because then I think that as you do that, it really connects you to them, and then they're willing to listen to whatever you have to say and to teach them.
I agree with that. When I was in the classroom, I coached a few different things, and that helped my classroom management so much, you know. And even if you're just asking the kids how they went or how the game went or whatever, it's not that you need to go to all the games or all the activities, but just show an interest, you know, and follow up with that kind of stuff. I think that's a great idea. Anyone else? We having issues with Nearpod? I don't see any posts there.
Your screen's not showing it, but there are 6 or 7.
I just reload my page here.
Yeah, so there are some on the screen.
See, thanks, Brandon. I appreciate that. Keeping me straight. There we go. Identify the connections. I like that. Collaborating with your community. That's good. Oh, I like the responses there. Very good. Educators connect with their students, continuous learning, connect to a variety of aspects of life. What about like PLNs, PLC? Okay, there's one, teachers connected with other teachers and social media. I've seen a little reluctance, at least with the teachers that I work with a lot down here in southern Utah, southwest Utah, kind of maybe a little afraid, at least we have been in the past, of connecting with social media, but there's lots of great things to learn and share with other educators, not only from your district, but from all over the state or all over the country. We talk a lot about the Utah Ed Chats. Those are great ways to connect with other teachers around the state each Wednesday night. Collaboration and connecting with others, I like that. And those skills, collaboration, communication, those are going to be part of the discussion in our year one paper this week. Thanks for your comments. Any other thoughts anybody wants to share there? Okay, I'll leave that board open if you want to contribute to that. It'll be there anytime. So this week, the assignment in Canvas lists, or the discussion assignment page, lists many traits of the Connected Educator, big long list there. And so review that list, and then in your discussion this week, talk about how you would define the Connected Educator, and then which of those skills are you eagerly practicing? Are those in your wheelhouse, or are there some that you need to work on? And so you can refer to chapter 1 of the course text to help with your response. And remember that you need to post your initial response by Sunday night. And we do have those enhanced discussion post expectations for your initial post. And those are linked at the top of the discussion page there, and need to be in there by Sunday night, if at all possible. We appreciate those who are able to get there. I know it's the end of the school year and it's a busy time, but you guys really do learn a lot more from each other than you do from your instructors in these courses. So that timely response to the discussion is appreciated. Questions on that? The textbook, we are going to kind of talk about it again later on. This is the one course where we don't provide that in an electronic format for you, but there are some options for you. We'll talk about those here in a moment. So the assignment today, this will be our first year of 8. So weeks 2 through 9, we're going to be very similar weeks as far as what's going on. So the first week is we're going to review the overview of the Future Ready framework on curriculum, instruction, and assessment. That link is there, and it's also linked in the discussion. And again, there's these 8 gears we're going to go through each week. And again, remember that these are ideals. These are like where we hopefully are striving to be someday. And wherever your school, your district is, it's all a journey, and it's all okay. But hopefully some of these ideas and these concepts are in your district plan or on your horizon, talking about having plans in place, or working on putting some ideas and policies in place to kind of get at these ideals. So take a look at these following 5 elements. Where you're ready with future skills and deeper learning. Those, how is your district placing an emphasis on those 21st century skills: critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, innovation, and self-direction? That's kind of a new one there that they're adding into the future ready skills. And then digital citizenship, hugely important, and something that I fear that not a lot of districts are spending some time with. It's probably something that needs to be addressed and accessible anytime a situation comes up in the classroom. I know in our region, we've made accessible all of the Nearpod, and as a state, we've got access to the entire digital citizenship and information literacy library and Nearpod, and they have some great lessons on all the different grade levels and all the different areas that if a situation comes up, you can jump in and spend 10, 15 minutes on best practices and what kids need to know about stuff. So what is your district doing in that regard? Personalized learning, how is your district working towards personalized learning and tailoring the content, pacing, feedback for academic, social, and social emotional needs of your kids? And then collaborative, relevant, applied learning, as well as how your district is leveraging technology and how you're using data and analytics to inform your instruction. So those are the 5 areas we're looking at this week. If you need to reach out to an administrator, fellow teachers, whomever, take a look at your district mission or digital teaching and learning, grant plans, things like that. And you've got some options. In the past where we've done this course, I don't always like to be the guy that says in the olden days, but in the past these 2 months have been 2-page papers every week. And so that's still an option. If you are more comfortable with writing a paper, that's cool. We'd like those to be in APA format. Includes a couple of sources to support your learning. But if you would rather flex your technology muscles and do a little bit more creative, we'll also accept a 3 to 5 minute video with whatever tool you'd like to use. If you'd like, Screencastify or whatever you're comfortable with, or if there's something that you want to learn how to use and get better with, you can submit a 3 to 5 minute video on that. Or we've set up flip grids for each week, like we did with our seminar element presentations last course. We've got a topic for each gear. And if you'd like to post in there on Flipgrid, you're welcome to join that topic at that link there. Or if you want to try out podcasting, there's a couple of tools there. You can link to online voice recorder that's totally web-based. You don't need to download any software or anything for that. Or WeVideo or Adobe Audition are tools that you can access. WeVideo, we'll have to ask Matt about what you can do as far as podcasting, audio recording with that is without having a paid subscription. But Adobe Audition is part of that Adobe Create Utah project where you have access to all those tools for free as a Utah teacher. If you have questions on how any of those work, how to access that stuff, reach out to your instructor. And if they can't answer the question, they'll reach out to somebody who can help you. And then, so pick one of those 3. You don't have to do all 3, please. Don't do all 3. Just choose one of those. And when you're finished, just turn in the URL of the video or audio recording for that. So that's the assignment for this week. Any questions in the chat or anyone unclear of what we're asking you to do this week?
I am not seeing any in the chat, Clint.
Okay, cool. All right, APA formatting. If you need a refresher, there is a link in the assignment. It will help you with that. We're not going to adhere to strict adherence to the style, but we would like you to cite and footnote your resources and folks that you talk to. It's easy to do in Google Docs, one of my favorite tricks for that. So hopefully you're seeing my screen still, yeah? So another cool trick, if you type in the address bar docs.new, a new Google Doc will appear, and apologies for my dog, Charlie. She's running the neighborhood as we speak. And so now let me get rid of this video here. Thank you. All right, so what you'll want to do is down here in the bottom right-hand corner, there's this cool Explore tool, where you can also get to it from the Tools menu. Tools, and of course they've moved it. I don't see it there. All right. Well, it's down here in the bottom right. And so what you can do is if you want to cite a source, like say I got something from Tony at SU.edu, something like that. I can type in, here we go, get some web results. And so I'll say, here's my quote. What is happening on my screen here? Wow, that's fun. All right. Quote from Tony P. quote, quote, something intelligent. And I probably didn't even spell intelligent correctly. So there we go. And so now I want to cite that. I can hover over here. If I got it on the web or wherever else, you can actually just throw the address of where you got that into this Explore tool. It should bring up some sources there, the page you actually got it from. And then see that little quote button there? Cite as a footnote, click that button there, and it puts a little 1 in there. You think, wow, that's amazing, Clint. It put a 1 in there. But then if you look down the bottom, there's my citation, the page, and it's in the proper format. If you want to change, make sure, oh, it's not. I apologize. That was MLA format. To get to those options, hit that little snowman there. So I'm going to undo that. I'm going to change to APA, and I will cite it one more time. Bang. There we go. So easy tool to help you cite your sources. Wish I could have had that in college, but you've got the benefit of that now. So questions on that, on APA formatting or any of those expectations for that? Cool. Any other questions? That's it. The discussion, the assignment, the gear overview. If you did not get your portfolio done, I'd looked at those today, and there were some people that either maybe didn't have their site published or sent me the long, ugly edit link for their Google site. I sent a little video out there to hopefully help those folks, or they just sent me the link to their old portfolio and didn't put a 50-20 page in there. So take a look at the comments in the, from your instructors and make sure that you're moving forward and have everything complete. Any other questions or comments?
Nothing in the chat. You're just walking on water, Clint.
Man, and my dogs are even being quiet, so I'm winning today so far.
Actually,
so if you do,
Oh, good.
Let's go.
Here's someone.
sorry. For the reading, so we do the reading and then that's for the discussion and the assignment. So do it after today's class. Does that make right? Am I saying that correctly? Okay.
Yeah, so the discussion for this week is based on chapter 1.
Okay. Thank you.
And if you don't have the book, I have some options coming up for you in the slides here shortly. So if you do have questions throughout the week, please take a look at the people page in the Canvas course and do the filter for the teacher. And one of these 5 individuals will show up, and feel free to send us an email, send me a text, whatever, reach out to by phone or by email, and we'll get back to you and help as we can. And again, just kind of a quick overview of the course. The weekly discussions are based on those readings, so you beat me to the punch with that question. Your original enhanced post, like a video or some sort of, something more than just text, response to the post, the discussion by Sunday night, at least 2 responses by Wednesday night. And again, you do get more from the class from each other than you do from your instructors for sure. The text again is the Connected Educator, learning and leading in a digital age. This is crossed through because the other 2 core courses, we've added a digital copy for you. We don't for this course. You can get the digital ebook version there. If you want to get it directly from the publisher, it's a little bit less expensive from them than it is on Amazon, but I don't know how fast it'll get to you. There are some free reproducibles from the text.
I
link there.
Amazon, and it came in less than a week, and it was under $10. It was like $8.99 used copy, and I over a week ago, and I got it either yesterday or the day before.
Great. Yeah, I just looked quickly at the new price, and it was like $38 for the new one. So buy it used if you can. If you're in the SCDC region, and Brandon can speak to what's available in the Q's version, we have 4 copies of it in our Sora Overdrive library. The link is there to log in. You have 2 copies.
We have
Okay.
2 copies. I just looked it up.
If you don't have a login for it and you're in my region, let me know, and we'll make sure that you get a login for it. But basically, it's your first name dot last name underneath your school that you choose. And first come, first serve on those copies if you want to read it digitally. Okay, that's the book. The weekly assignments again, we're looking at the different gears, the aspects of future ready schools in weeks 1 through 9. Week 10 is going to be the memo to the superintendent. You're going to be interviewing 4 of your peers. So if you know who you want to talk to, make sure that they will be around and available. It's easier and easier these days with Zoom to talk to anybody about any time, but you will need to make plans for that. Week 11 will be a lesson plan modification to enhance with some technology. And we want it to be a new lesson, not one from the previous course. And then week 12 is your technology training plan. Again, you don't have to actually do the training before the class is over, and we can't force you to actually do the training, but it's just a plan for to provide a technology training in your school or your district, so you can actually practice the leadership skills that you're going to learn in this course. And again, just overview on the weekly seminar every Thursday at 4. We'll try to keep them short. I'm just about done. In the link to the Zoom room, the slides and recording is all on the weekly Zoom seminar page. You're not required to be here live. We appreciate those who are here live with us, so we can actually have a little bit of discussion and answer questions. But I'll post it as soon as I can once we're done on YouTube and into the Zoom weekly Zoom page. And again, keep in mind, every week of the course ends Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. That's when everything is due. We know that life happens. If you get busy, if things are going on, especially, the end of the school year is super busy. Let us know if you're going to be late for a discussion or an assignment, but please still try to prioritize staying current with the discussions. If you get up, a week behind on those gear papers, the only one that affects is your teacher. But if you're late on the discussions, it affects everyone in your section. So please try to be current with those as you can. And again, check comments. We'll let you know if there's something that we need. And we've got those modules unlocked 3 weeks out. So if you know you're going to be gone, try to work ahead if you can or as needed. So I'm going to try to be quiet for a minute after I say, don't suffer in silence. Again, and I kind of mentioned this earlier, but we just want to make sure that we're meeting your needs. And if life is getting in the way, just let us know. We are flexible, but we just plead you to not take advantage of that. Just want everyone to learn and to grow in this course as best we can. So any questions? I'm going to skip ahead of the questions before I let Tony do his shameless plug for the SU Masters of Education.
Thank you so much. This is your one shameless plead here. You are earning your ETEP or your technology license, and you're taking these 3 classes plus another 9 credits through UEN or other additional UEN courses. 12 of those can be used as elective hours in your SUU Masters of Education. So if you're interested in earning a master's degree, it's 33 hours here at SUU. 12 of those can be, more than a third of that can be these 5,000 level classes as a part of your EdTech endorsement. If you're interested in that, there's a link here to follow that and to get some more detail. Tammy Lovell's telephone number is on here. You're welcome to reach out to Tammy and she can give you more direction. And I stand ready to answer any questions. I don't want to take Clint's time now, but don't hesitate to reach out to me either. I hope that helps. And it's a way to bring that cost down of a master's degree to you. So thank you, Clint, for letting me share just a moment.
Any questions on that? Okay.
And I had a couple of questions about the upcoming assignments.
Okay.
So on the letter to the superintendent, in our presentation last week, it said speak to at least 4, but in the written assignment, it says no more than 4. So what do we
4.
want?
3 or 4, whatever you can do. We know it's summer and
Okay.
enough people to get a good feeling for what's going on in your district.
Okay. And then also with the tech training, it asks that it be based on a needs assessment. Do you want a copy of the needs assessment with it?
Not necessary, but you ought to address that in your in what you turn in.
Okay.
They're based on, these areas. This is
Okay.
why I'm doing. They get justify the topic, I guess, with that.
Okay. All right.
Good
Thank you.
questions. Thank you. And thanks for catching us on the more than 4 and less than 4. We'll try to get that updated. Any other questions? Thanks, Amanda. Okay, one more plug. You do need to attend an education conference. For this, we hope that it's a technology focused conference, but this is a good one to do, and it's in Cedar City this year, July 6th through 8th, the Utah Rural Schools Association conference. We've got some great keynotes. Registration is open. It's $50, and that's for a 3-day conference, Wednesday afternoon, all day Thursday, Friday morning. So you get your
Including
weekend.
lunch?
You get lunch on Thursday. You get to hang out with me and Brandon in the playground, and Brandon's going to bring his giant inflatable planetarium. We're going to have some fun with that. So
You'll get to
that'll be a
hang
lot
out
of
with us
fun.
too. Our at 4:00
That's
on
right.
that Thursday in the education building. I believe it's going to be 205. The 5 of us will be there. We'd love to have you come and see us face to face. Additionally, if you come to that 4:00 on that Thursday afternoon, I'll have an SU T-shirt for you. So please, I'll have a pile of T-shirts with me, and would love to give you one. So come to Rural Schools if you like. Okay.
It'll be fun. Thanks, Tony. And that's it. Anything else? Anyone have any celebrations or concerns? Or Brandon, you have a joke for us today?
Oh, my kid told me one the other day. I can't think of it. I'll get it next week.
That's all right. All right.
Jokes.
Good next week.
So,
All right. Any
bad
other
jokes.
questions or we love them. There's no such thing, is there? They're corny dad jokes, but they're all good. Okay. All right. Any other questions? All right. We're on your way to success, folks. Already week 2. It'll be week 12 before you know it. And I won't talk about that because that would mean that summer's almost over too. So I won't jump ahead of myself. So thanks for being here today. Sorry, Hannah. I saw that face. My bad. I'll take the blame for that one. All right. I will stop the recording. If anyone has any